All right. Well, we are excited to continue our stewardship series where we've been connecting with different Grace members, staff, leaders in the church, and talking a bit more about where all of the money and numbers that go along with stewardship, what it all really goes to. And who better to talk to than Brad Root, who's been doing so much in this time. So I'll let you introduce yourself, Brad.
Yeah, I'm Brad Root. I've been a member with Grace since the 80s. Have served in many different capacities at the church. I'm right now on the trustees and am in charge of the technical sides and the internet side of the churches and how we interact with each other and how we've changed over the years with the electronic age. So that's kind of my responsibilities. So I've been, of course, involved in making sure that you get a live stream on Sunday, working through some of the bugs in the system. That project was started. I think that was the project. We were not yet in any quarantine. I think it was the last time that the trustees actually met in person when we decided to take that project on. That is in the sanctuary so that you can see the live streaming every Sunday. Any questions, Maddie? Does that?
No, that's great. So my next question for you is kind of looking at the day-to-day, week-to-week role for you here at Grace. What has been made possible because of Grace UMC pledges?
Of course, streaming the new TVs in the sanctuary. We no longer have to pick up a hymnal. We no longer have to print out bulletins. So all those things help reduce the spread of COVID, but they also help save paper and ink and printing costs. So all those things help us save money. Of course, it was a fairly large investment to get all the equipment that we needed for the TVs and for the live streaming. But my day-to-day roles, are making sure that it's all up and functioning. Right now, we're working on a second project as we have asked our streaming devices to work. We've found some weaknesses in the structuring of our internet at the church. So we're in the process of ordering new equipment to provide better and safer internet access to the church. So that is one of the things that your pledges is going to go to is that safe internet experience within the church.
Awesome. And as you've been, going on this technological adventure, what's been your favorite part of this project?
Probably learning some more new technology. You're seeing it right here. This is the first time that we've tried this program that we at the church own, and we use it every Sunday to bring graphics to it, but also has the capability of doing this live interview without us being in the same room at the church. And being able to record that. So just being able to learn and then making sure that Maddie's ministry is able to reach everybody during this time.
Absolutely. And we've talked a little bit how so much of this has happened amidst pandemic, but what have been kind of the biggest changes or adjustments? And it can be because of COVID-19 or just in this project in COVID-19.
Well, yes. So when we started this project, it wasn't, streaming was not the main focus of the project. The project was to put some screens up in the TV and be able to bring the hymnals and some graphics to the church during worship service. It wasn't immediately intended to be a streaming device, although we did start with that in mind, that we would build that capability into it. So switching from bringing graphics up on TVs, producing a high quality streaming video of church has been the biggest switch.
Absolutely. And kind of when you look to this next year, to 2021, what is your biggest hope for Grace?
That we can get back together, that we can all worship live together, that we can have that communication. But I think the other thing is that we're learning to change our behavioral practices, and that a lot of the lessons that we've learned will continue after COVID is no longer the picture, and that we have the right tools in place to continue that, reaching out to those people, and that we now have a new way to minister to people. They don't have to come to church every Sunday, so we have a new outreach program. So how do we let people know about that? That they, if they feel uncomfortable and just want to visit our church, that they can do it online.
And our last question is, when you think of the metric of grace, what would be one word to describe who Grace UMC is?
It would be that we are all inclusive and we try to love everyone, regardless of who they are or what their background is. We try not to judge. We're just inclusive. We just want you to come and be a part.
Absolutely. Well, I can say on behalf of everyone here at Grace UMC, we are so grateful for your leadership and your gifts. So thank you for all that you have done, not only in this time, but even before this with your leadership here. So thank you, Brad, and thanks for answering some of these questions.
You're welcome.